Hey, man. Congrats on the win.
Thank you, thank you.
Feels good, I'm sure, as always.
Of course. Always feels good to get that W.
Talk to me a little bit about the finish because it looked, we didn't have the sound on back here. Looked like he was protesting the finish a little bit, but it seemed clear to us on the replay that he was out. But was he just kind of in the process of going down a little bit and then kind of diving at your feet? And
he was definitely in the process because you could tell he was a little dazed. I'm not sure how much it is. That's not my job to try to speculate how much he's knocked out or not. It's just to keep hitting him until the ref tells me to stop. So, that's all I'm in there to do.
And speaking of that, was that the game plan then? That you figured this is a guy I'm going to be able to put away on the feet?
I feel like that with anybody.
Yeah.
I'm throwing hands with everybody.
You were, let's call it what it is. You were a massive favorite in the fight. So an outcome like that is what's expected of you by the quote-unquote experts, right? Do you look at that kind of stuff, and do you feel any kind of pressure from things like that going in?
What experts, though? Because
right.
If we're talking about the guys that rank us and stuff, it'd be seeming kind of a little shady or a little weird. People move up and down when they haven't even fought or haven't fought a ranked opponent. So it's kind of weird. Steve didn't even fight, and all of a sudden he was ranked in front of me. And I just fought his last opponent, another guy who's not even in the company, a step-in, a replacement. So I think some of these rankings got to be looked at in how we do things.
Does that give you motivation, I guess, in fights like this when you have kind of a chip on your shoulder to be like, hey, man, I'm still maybe being overlooked by this person or that person? Obviously the odds makers aren't overlooking you if you're minus 1250 or whatever.
Right. No, I don't feel like I have a chip on my shoulder. I was telling my coach and my friends, I said, I don't have to be upset to beat you up. I could do it with a smile on my face, and it's still going to be the same thing. So it doesn't matter to me. It's just a fight.
You're getting things rolling again now. It seems like, do you have any kind of feeling about how soon you'd want to get back in there and the kind of names you'd want to be in there with?
Man, ASAP, as soon as possible, really. This is all I do. It's what I live for. So, whoever they want me to fight, I fight. I don't say no to anybody, so.
And you're one of those guys who's not going to drop any specific names and try and move yourself up the ladder faster?
I want the loser of the next fight here. The only two guys that ever beat me, that's who I want to fight. I don't care about anybody else really, other than moving up and getting to the belt. Besides those two guys, I just want the belt.
When you look at things like wanting to get the belt, do you put a time frame on it in your head? Do you say, all right, I've got X number of wins in a row. I want to be able to fight for the title in 12 months, in 14 months, in 18 months?
No, that's not my job. My job is just to beat up whoever they put in front of me, and that'll take care of everything.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Tyrell? Obviously, Team Tempe. I'm curious, during that fight, did you hear any instruction from Coach Trevor and anybody, and did that help with that finish?
Stay patient. Slow down. Last fight, I was a little overzealous, going for the knockout too fast, and just focused on that a lot. So that was the main thing. If in my fight this time, you could tell at the beginning I was kind of just looking to see what he was going to do, see if he was going to come at me at all. And I was just being patient. I wasn't going to rush it. I figured I was going to get the finish, so I wasn't in a rush.
I'm curious, bringing that W back to downtown Phoenix, what does celebration look like, and will you be in training within the next week or so?
Yeah, I'm not. This year, for me, I'm not taking any time off. I think the last couple of years, I started taking a little bit of time off, and it doesn't seem to work with me. So I'll probably take maybe a week and then get right back in the gym and really start focusing on my ground game with jiu-jitsu. I think my coach really wants me to focus on jiu-jitsu and the clinch work, so just really start evolving my game a lot more.
Congrats, champ.
Thank you.
So the first minute of the fight, you guys were kind of feeling each other out. What was your thought process going into the fight?
Just be patient and look for my shots.
He was definitely trying to bait you in. And how did you negate that?
Just be patient. I think my last fight I was overzealous again, like I said, and was just in a rush. I was in a rush to finish it, and that's kind of what got me in trouble. So I wasn't in any rush. I got 15 minutes to beat you up, so I was going to use every minute if I needed to.
So you were going for the knockout? That was the plan coming in?
From the gate.
Is that always the plan?
Always.
What's up, Tyrell? I ran into you backstage prior to the fight. I was just wondering, do you have any pre-fight rituals that you would like to share?
No, man. I think just that run around the cage right before the fight, getting my lay of the land again, and I'm happy to get in there. So, no, I don't really I'm not too superstitious. So, no, I don't have any rituals or anything.
Whatever you did before this one, it clearly worked. But You said you weren't in a rush to get that finish when you didn't want to rush and be overzealous. But how confident were you when you landed that first shot that you were going to get the finish right then and there?
Oh, I hit him hard. I mean, that 3-2 was clean. At least the 2 was. The 3 pushed him into it, and the 2 gave it to him. So it was I felt good, and that's like my little special right there. So I like to, if I can hit you with that, then I got a lot more coming.
And he asked you it, but you didn't speak too much on it. How are we celebrating when we get back to downtown Phoenix? What are we doing first?
Chilling, man, with my dog. I miss my boy Oso right now. So that's my man. So that's really what I'm hoping to get back to and lay down with him and chill.
And can you give us a little insight, lastly, of what Raheem said to you in the octagon after?
I wasn't knocked out. I mean, that's not my job to dictate if you're knocked out or not. You know, my job is to put you there. So if the ref says you to move or jump and do a jumping jack, you better move and do a jumping jack.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
Thank you.
We will now open up to the chat. Nathan?
Hey, Tyrell. Great fight, excellent fight. I know in the pre-fight press conference you were saying that you're able to see things a bit better. How clear were things for you tonight?
Very clear. You know, I was just making sure I took my time. I didn't want to force anything, reach or anything, so I was just being patient. You know, like I said, I was going to use all 15 minutes if I needed to, so it wasn't no rush. I knew the knockout would come. I just needed to pick my shots.
All right, and you kind of stole my thunder. I was going to ask you a bit about Oso. I know he celebrated a birthday. You said you're going to be celebrating things with him. So what does that look like? You celebrating with Oso? Is that going to the pet store? Is it going to the dog park? What does that look like?
Chilling at home in the bed, man, or playing some fetch. I'm low key, man. So I'm a real homebody guy. All I do is go to the gym and chill with my dog. So that's really all I need, just the comfort of my home.
Next question from Kobe.
Hi, Tyrell. Kobe from Pro Sports Podcasters. Again, how's it going, buddy?
It's going good. How you doing?
Good, man. Good. So today was easy for you. Was that fun or was that work?
It's always fun. Always fun. I love my job.
Yeah. Now, you got a prediction for us between Johnson and Vassell?
Man, me and my coach was kind of going back and forth on this. I kind of think whoever gets on top first is gonna have more success because the other guy get tired faster. So I think whoever can impose their will and get on that top position is gonna win this fight.
Okay, nice. And anything you worked on specifically since the loss to Vassell?
Staying patient, picking my shots, just staying relaxed. You know, I'm not always trying to look for a knockout. Work to the body, get to the legs, try to use everything.
Nice, man. Looking forward to your next one.
Thank you.
Last question from Ronald Smith.
This is Ronald E. Smith. Tyrell, you brought up before how you said you don't really want to take time off. You want to go back to the gym and go back to the grind of growing and learning. Because you said that was something that it didn't work for you. Can you go deeper on that? Why did you decide that was something you needed to change up?
Just because it's too much time away from the sport. You know, you start just getting comfortable. And I feel like when I'm in the gym constantly working on my craft, that I'm getting better and better every day. And you don't just you just keep growing. You know, that's the main thing is don't stop.